All right. So you've given me this stack of notes here
Yeah.
from Robert Kiyosaki's The Compound Effect.
Right.
And I mean, a lot of people think of this as like a cornerstone of financial literacy.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
And it seems like, you're really drawn to this idea of the cash flow quadrant and how to, achieve this kind of financial freedom.
Yeah, what's really interesting is
So let's kind of break that down and see what we can uncover here.
I think what's interesting about Kiyosaki's approach is that it's not just sort of financial advice, right?
Right.
It's encouraging a complete shift in mindset.
Yeah.
And he wants you to move away from that traditional idea of job security and really embrace this concept of building financial freedom.
Yeah, you've marked up this cash flow quadrant extensively. So let's start there.
Okay.
What about this concept resonated with you?
Well, Kiyosaki presents these 4 quadrants, right? We have the employee, the self-employed, the business owner, and the investor.
Yeah.
And not as any sort of like hierarchy, but as different paths to income.
Okay.
And I think the real value is understanding which quadrant you're currently in,
right?
What each quadrant's strengths and weaknesses are, and then how to kind of leverage that knowledge to achieve your financial goals.
So it's not about saying one quadrant is better than another, but just understanding the system and how to navigate it.
Precisely.
Okay.
To kind of illustrate this, Kiyosaki uses this analogy of Ed and Bill.
Okay.
And both of them land these water contracts.
Okay.
And Ed represents the employee or self-employed mindset.
Okay.
And immediately grabs his buckets and starts hauling water right.
Okay.
Working tirelessly for immediate income.
Yeah.
Bill, on the other hand, takes a different approach.
Okay. I'm picturing Bill with the overalls on what's he doing.
So instead of focusing on this immediate task of hauling water, right?
Right.
Bill invests his time in building a pipeline. And this pipeline, once built, delivers the water efficiently, generating income even when Bill isn't physically working.
Right.
So it's a system that works for him, not the other way around.
That's a brilliant way to illustrate that.
Yeah.
The difference between working for money and having money work for you.
Exactly.
And speaking of shifting perspectives, you also highlighted this concept of good debt versus bad debt.
Right.
And he really challenges the conventional wisdom there.
Absolutely.
Right.
Kiyosaki argues that not all debt is created equal.
Okay.
He defines good debt as debt that someone else pays for you, like a mortgage on a rental property, where the tenant's rent covers the payments.
Yeah.
So this type of debt can actually help you build wealth by creating an income-generating asset.
So instead of viewing debt as something to avoid at all costs, it's about being strategic about it.
Yeah.
Kiyosaki would encourage you to ask yourself, is this debt helping me create assets and generate income?
Right.
Or is it simply increasing my expenses?
Okay.
And he would argue that things like relying on credit cards or taking loans for depreciating assets, these are examples of bad debt that can keep you trapped in this cycle of working for money.
So it's about understanding how debt works and using it as a tool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Rather than letting it control you.
Okay, now you've also highlighted Kiyosaki's breakdown of the 5 levels of investors and the 3 types of investors.
Right.
Can you walk us through those concepts?
Yes.
And explain why they're important?
Kiyosaki's 5 levels of investors provide a roadmap for anyone looking to achieve financial freedom through investing.
Yeah.
And he starts with level 0, which represents those who don't invest at all.
Right.
And it progresses to level 5, the capital.
And each level describes a different stage of sophistication and control over one's investments.
So somebody starting out might be at level 1 or 2.
Right.
But the goal is to kind of progress through these as you get more knowledge and experience.
What's fascinating is that he emphasizes the need to understand not just the levels, but also the 3 types of investors. So we have accredited, qualified, and sophisticated.
Got it.
And this framework helps you determine what kind of investor you are, what your comfort level with risk is, and what investment strategies might best suit your individual profile.
So it seems like self-awareness plays a big role in his philosophy.
Absolutely.
It's about understanding where you are,
right,
what your strengths and weaknesses are, and then using that knowledge to make decisions about your future.
Precisely.
But it's not just about numbers.
Right.
You've also flagged some sections where he talks about the importance of emotional intelligence.
Yeah.
Why does he link that to financial success?
So Kiyosaki recognizes that even the most financially savvy individuals can be sabotaged by their own emotions.
Yeah.
He argues that fear, particularly the fear of losing money, can actually cripple your decision-making and prevent you from taking calculated risks.
So mastering your mindset is just as important as mastering your financial knowledge.
Imagine a skilled sailor trying to navigate a stormy sea. They need to know how to operate the boat. But they also need to stay calm and focused amidst the chaos. Financial success is much the same. You need both the knowledge and the emotional intelligence to navigate the ups and downs.
It sounds like he's advocating for this holistic approach to wealth building.
Yes.
One that incorporates, practical knowledge and personal development. Speaking of personal development, you've also highlighted sections about taking action.
Yes.
And finding mentors.
Right.
What advice would he offer somebody who's feeling stuck? But doesn't know where to start?
So Kiyosaki's a big believer in taking action. He would likely encourage that person to start small. Maybe read a book on investing. Take a financial literacy course. Or seek out a mentor who's already achieved what they aspire to. It's about taking those first steps.
It's like that saying, right?
Exactly.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
That's right.
And he stresses the importance of mentorship. Why is that so crucial?
Well, finding the right mentor can be a game changer. They can offer guidance, share their experiences, provide a sounding board for your ideas. Kiyosaki would argue that surrounding yourself with people who have already achieved what you want can accelerate your progress and help you avoid common pitfalls.
It's like having a guide through uncharted territory.
Exact.
Now, you've also marked a section where he talks about this idea of minding your own business.
Yes.
What does he mean by that?
So this is where it gets really interesting. He's not just talking about starting your own company. Minding your own business means taking control of your financial life. Regardless of your profession.
So understanding your cash flow.
Exactly.
Managing your expenses.
It's about understanding your cash flow. Managing your expenses. Building assets that generate income.
So it's about becoming financially literate.
Precisely.
It's taking an active role in shaping your financial future.
Kiyosaki believes that everyone, regardless of their career path, should be actively engaged in managing their finances and creating a path towards financial freedom.
So it seems like his message is about empowerment. About taking ownership and shaping your destiny according to your own values and goals.
That's a great way to put it.
We're just scratching the surface here. There's so much more to explore.
There is in his work.
Lots to unpack.
And I'm eager to dive deeper into these concepts with you.
I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's keep going.
Let's do it. It's interesting, this idea of minding your own business. It really ties into his emphasis on financial literacy. He believes that traditional education often falls short in preparing us for the real world of money. We're taught to work for a paycheck. But not necessarily how to manage that money or make it work for us.
That's a really interesting point. It seems like he's challenging that conventional wisdom of, go to school, get a good job is a formula for success.
Exactly. And he sees this disconnect between what we're taught about success and the realities of the financial system. And Kiyosaki argues that the current system, with its emphasis on taxes and debt, often makes it harder for those in the employee and self-employed quadrants to achieve true financial freedom.
So he's not saying it's impossible. But he's acknowledging those systemic challenges.
That's right. He's not dismissing traditional employment altogether. He simply encourages individuals to develop those skills and mindset of business owners and investors, even while working a traditional job.
So like what kind of things could people explore?
He suggests things like, finding a mentor, buying a franchise, or even looking into network marketing as ways to kind of transition to the right side of the quadrant.
So those are some pretty diverse paths. What are some key things that people should consider?
Well, one thing Kiyosaki emphasizes is the importance of understanding systems when it comes to building a successful business. And he uses McDonald's as a prime example. It's not just about making a great burger. It's about creating a robust
and scalable system that can replicate success over and over again.
So it's not enough to have a great product or service.
Right.
You need the system behind it.
Exactly. It's about creating an asset
that
generates income without requiring your constant direct labor.
Okay.
And that's where franchises and network marketing come in.
Right.
They offer these established systems that can be leveraged, allowing individuals to focus on developing other essential skills.
Yeah, like what kind of skills?
Things like sales, marketing, team building.
So it seems like he's saying the transition to the right side of the quadrant is less about like a specific career choice and more about a shift in mindset and skill set.
And that ties back into the importance of personal development.
Right.
Kiyosaki stresses the importance of overcoming fear, developing emotional intelligence, and cultivating that right mindset for success. He even talks about the need to control your internal dialogue and reframe limiting beliefs.
It's like becoming aware of the stories we tell ourselves.
Yes.
About money and success.
That's right.
And like rewriting those narratives.
It's about identifying those personal truths that might actually be lies holding us back.
Yeah.
And Kiyosaki encourages us to challenge those beliefs and replace them with empowering affirmations that support our growth.
Yeah, that's really powerful.
Yeah.
It seems like he's saying that anybody, regardless of their starting point, can find their unique path.
He does.
To financial freedom.
He does.
But it requires not only financial education, but also this deep understanding of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And the mental barriers that might be holding us back.
Kiyosaki provides a framework and a set of principles that can be applied across different professions and life situations. But he also stresses the importance of taking action and not getting bogged down in what he calls analysis paralysis.
It's about getting out of our heads and into the game.
Right.
Even if those first steps feel small or insignificant.
He uses the term underachieving.
Right.
But what he really means is breaking down big goals into manageable chunks. And celebrating the small victories along the way.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Right.
It's about focusing on the process.
Yes.
And celebrating those small wins rather than getting overwhelmed by the bigness.
And he provides a tool that he recommends for understanding your current financial position and tracking your progress. And that's the personal financial statement. He calls it an X-ray of your finances, revealing the underlying health of your money situation.
So it's about getting a clear picture of your income, expenses, assets, liabilities.
It's about taking ownership of your financial situation and making conscious choices that align with your goals.
So it's about shifting from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance and using these tools to track our progress.
He believes that most people's financial statements reflect an outdated industrial age mentality, one that's no longer sustainable in today's rapidly evolving world.
He even encourages people to become smarter than their banker. Meaning, understanding the financial principles to a level where you can make informed decisions.
That's right.
Even when it comes to things like debt management and mortgage financing.
Precisely.
So it's about becoming financially savvy and not blindly relying on so-called experts.
Exactly. Kiyosaki wants you to become your own financial advocate. Making choices that serve your best interests. And align with your long-term goals.
Right. And this leads back to his unique perspective on good debt versus bad debt.
That's right. He really flips the script.
Yeah. Could you break down his viewpoint on that for our listener?
So Kiyosaki challenges this idea that all debt is inherently bad. He argues that good debt is debt that someone else pays for you.
Right. Like the rental property example.
Like a rental property where the tenant's rent covers the mortgage payments. So this is an example of using debt strategically to build assets.
So instead of fearing debt, it's about understanding how to leverage it.
Precisely. Kiyosaki even points out that banks actually prefer debtors.
Why is that?
Because they make money. From the interest payments. He wants you to understand the game of money and debt. And play it strategically to your advantage.
That's a really insightful way to look at it. It's about becoming financially intelligent and using this system.
That's right.
To create wealth rather than being trapped by it.
And what's really fascinating is how Kiyosaki weaves this concept of spirituality into his financial philosophy.
Right.
And this is where his views diverge from traditional financial advice.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more about this connection between spirituality and finance.
So Kiyosaki sees money as a tool that can be used to fulfill a higher purpose. He believes that aligning your financial pursuits with your spiritual values can lead to a more meaningful and fulfilling life. He even reinterprets the biblical phrase, the love of money is the root of all evil, suggesting that it's not money itself that's evil, but the love of it.
The attachment to it.
That can lead to greed and corruption.
So it's about viewing money as a means to an end.
Exactly.
Not an end in itself.
He encourages people to use their financial resources to make a positive impact in their own lives and in the world around them. He even suggests finding spiritual role models, individuals who embody the principles of wealth and generosity.
It sounds like he's advocating for this holistic approach to wealth. One that encompasses both material and spiritual abundance.
And one practical way he suggests achieving this is by being mindful of who you spend your time with. He has this exercise where he asks you to list the 6 people you spend the most time with and assess their impact on your life.
So it's like taking inventory of your relationships.
That's right. He wants you to assess whether the people in your inner circle are supporting your growth or holding you back. And sometimes, he suggests, making tough choices about who you spend your time with can be a necessary step towards creating a life that aligns with your values.
That can be challenging, but it makes sense.
It can.
The people we surround ourselves with have a huge impact on our mindset and our actions.
Absolutely. And speaking of challenges, Kiyosaki has a really interesting perspective on disappointment. He sees it as an inevitable part of the journey.
That's refreshing. So many self-help gurus focus on avoiding negativity at all costs. What does he say about navigating those difficult moments?
Well, instead of letting disappointment derail you, he encourages you to view it as an opportunity for learning and growth. He suggests that the ability to tolerate disappointment is one of the key traits that separates successful people from those who struggle.
So it's like embracing disappointment as a stepping stone to success.
Exactly.
Rather than seeing it as a failure.
Kiyosaki encourages you to view disappointments as feedback, helping you refine your approach and make better decisions in the future. He even offers practical advice for managing your internal dialogue during those times, reframing negative thoughts into more empowering perspectives.
So it's about becoming aware of those negative self-talk patterns. And replacing them with affirmations that support our growth.
Exactly.
It's about becoming the CEO of our own minds.
That's right.
As they say.
Kiyosaki believes that we have the power to choose.
The thoughts we allow ourselves to believe, and those thoughts in turn shape our actions and our outcomes. He reminds us that it's never too late to start creating the financial future we desire. Whether we're just starting out or looking to make a change later in life.
He even offers specific advice for young people.
He does.
Encouraging them to, develop financial literacy early on.
He believes that financial education is crucial. And should be taught from a young age. He even suggests that parents should prioritize teaching their children about money. Over traditional academic subjects. He wants to empower the next generation with the knowledge and skills to thrive in the modern financial world.
That's a bold statement.
It is.
But it makes sense. Financial literacy is a life skill.
It is.
That impacts every aspect of our lives.
And Kiyosaki reminds us that it's never too late to start learning and making changes.
He believes in the power of personal transformation at any age.
It's a message of hope and empowerment.
It is.
Reminding us that we have the power to shape our financial destiny.
That's right.
And create a future filled with possibilities.
And he emphasizes the importance of finding mentors and role models who can guide us along the way, sharing their wisdom and experience.
He seems to believe that surrounding ourselves with the right people can accelerate our growth.
He does.
And help us avoid those costly mistakes.
But he's not just talking about any mentor.
What does he say about that?
He stresses the importance of finding mentors who practice what they preach. Individuals who have achieved the level of success you aspire to,
Right.
He wants you to be selective about who you seek advice from, ensuring that their actions align with their words.
So it's about finding mentors who walk the talk.
Exactly.
And can offer guidance based on real-world experience.
Kiyosaki believes that mentorship is an invaluable resource for both personal and financial growth.
Okay.
He reminds us that even professionals have coaches,
right,
implying that seeking guidance from those who have already achieved what we want is a sign of wisdom, not weakness.
It's like he's saying, don't try to go it alone.
Right.
Seek out the support and guidance of those who have already paved the path.
And what's really empowering is how Kiyosaki emphasizes that we all have the potential to create the life we desire, regardless of our starting point or circumstances.
It's about recognizing that we have the power within ourselves.
That's right.
To change our financial situation.
He does.
And create a life of abundance.
He believes in the power of financial education and personal transformation.
Yeah.
He provides a roadmap and a set of tools that anyone can use to achieve their financial goals and create a life of both abundance and meaning.
And it's fascinating how he weaves in the importance of giving back and using our financial resources to make a positive impact.
He sees true wealth as encompassing not just material abundance, but also generosity. And a commitment to making a difference in the world.
So it's about aligning our financial pursuits with our values.
Exactly.
And using our wealth as a force for good.
He believes that financial success is most meaningful when it's used to create a positive impact and leave a lasting legacy.
This goes way beyond just accumulating money.
It does.
It's about using your wealth to contribute to a better world.
That's right.
Is a really inspiring perspective.
And one that Kiyosaki encourages us to weave into our financial planning. He wants us to think about how we can use our resources to support causes we care about and make a real difference.
It's about seeing money as a tool for positive change.
Exactly.
Both in our own lives and in the lives of others.
And one thing that really resonated with me is his emphasis on embracing change and adapting to the evolving financial landscape. He seems to believe that those who cling to outdated financial rules and mindsets will struggle in the long run.
He's definitely not afraid to challenge the status quo.
No, he's not.
So what does he say about navigating these changing times?
He encourages us to be open to new ideas, embrace innovation, and continuously update our financial knowledge and skills. The world is changing rapidly, and those who don't adapt will be left behind.
It sounds like a strong advocate for lifelong learning.
He reminds us that the financial rules of the industrial age no longer apply in the information age. We need to develop new financial strategies and mindsets to thrive in this rapidly evolving world.
And he highlights the increasing importance of technology and globalization.
He does.
In the financial landscape.
He does.
It seems like he's acknowledging that,
he is.
The world of finances is becoming increasingly complex and interconnected.
Exactly. He sees these trends as creating both opportunities and challenges, urging individuals to embrace the possibilities while also being aware of the risks. He even suggests that traditional financial institutions are becoming less relevant in the digital age.
So it's about becoming more financially savvy and exploring alternative financial solutions.
That's right. He encourages individuals to become financially informed citizens who can make wise choices for themselves and contribute to a more stable and prosperous world.
And what's really inspiring is how Kiyosaki emphasizes that, financial education is a key to empowering individuals.
Absolutely.
And creating a more just and equitable society.
He sees financial literacy as a fundamental right, something everyone should have access to, regardless of their background or circumstances.
It's a message of hope and possibility.
It is.
He believes that we all have the power.
He does.
To create a better financial future for ourselves. And for generations to come.
And he doesn't shy away from addressing the potential risks and challenges of the modern financial system.
Like what kind of things does he talk about?
Well, especially in light of events like the 2008 financial crisis. He even questions the effectiveness of government intervention and policies. Like quantitative easing, arguing that they can create artificial bubbles and distort market signals, leading to greater instability in the long run.
So he's not advocating for blind trust in the system.
Not at all.
Okay.
He encourages individuals to be financially savvy.
Right.
Educate themselves about the inner workings of the financial system.
Right.
And develop strategies to mitigate risk and protect their wealth.
It's about becoming informed and empowered individuals.
That's right.
Who can navigate the complexities of the financial world.
Yes.
And make wise choices that safeguard our well-being. But it's not just about protecting ourselves.
Right.
It's also about, using our resources to make a positive impact.
That's right. He sees true wealth as encompassing not just material abundance.
Right.
But also a commitment to making a difference.
Yeah.
And contributing to a better future.
So it's about aligning our financial pursuits with our values.
Exactly.
And using our wealth as a force for good.
He believes that financial success is most meaningful when it's used to create a positive impact and leave a lasting legacy.
Okay.
And he challenges the traditional notion of retirement, suggesting that it's an outdated concept that no longer serves us in the modern world.
Like a bold statement. What does he propose as an alternative?
Well, he believes that the idea of working for decades and then suddenly stopping is not only unrealistic for many, but also potentially detrimental to our well-being.
So he's not necessarily against the idea of stopping work altogether, but he's questioning the traditional timeline.
Exactly.
And the idea of a hard stop.
He encourages individuals to find work that they're passionate about and create a lifestyle that integrates work and leisure throughout their lives.
Yeah.
He wants us to design our lives in a way that allows us to enjoy both financial freedom and personal fulfillment throughout our journey.
So it's about creating a life that's both financially abundant and personally fulfilling.
He does.
Rather than striving for this traditional retirement that may never come.
And he challenges us to take calculated risks and not let fear hold us back from pursuing our financial goals.
He seems to believe that too many people play it safe.
He does.
And miss out on opportunities.
He does.
Because they're afraid of failure.
He encourages individuals to develop their risk tolerance and embrace the possibility of setbacks as valuable learning experiences.
So it's about stepping outside of our comfort zones.
Yeah.
And being willing to embrace uncertainty.
Exactly.
That's part of the growth process.
He believes that calculated risk-taking is essential for financial success.
Okay.
And we need to develop the courage to face our fears and pursue those opportunities that align with our vision.
So it's about being both strategic and bold.
Right.
Calculating our risks, but also being willing to step into the unknown.
Yes.
And embrace those possibilities that lie ahead.
And he challenges the traditional notion of job security.
Okay.
Suggesting that it's an illusion in the modern economy.
He seems to believe that relying on a single employer for our financial security is risky, especially in this era of rapid advancements and globalization.
He encourages individuals to develop multiple streams of income, build portable skills, and create a financial safety net that doesn't depend on a single job or company.
So it's about diversifying our income sources.
Exactly.
And creating a more resilient financial foundation.
He believes that relying solely on a job for our financial security is like building our house on a foundation of sand.
That's a powerful analogy.
It is.
He's advocating for us to be proactive and create a financial fortress.
That's the idea.
That can weather any storm.
He encourages us to be the architects of our own financial security.
Right.
Rather than relying on external factors.
Right.
That are often beyond our control.
His perspective on job security really challenges the traditional mindset.
It does.
Especially for those who have been raised with the idea of a stable career as the path to success.
He even suggests that seeking job security is actually the riskiest path in the long run.
Really?
Because it limits our options and makes us vulnerable to economic forces beyond our control.
So it's like he's saying that the true security lies in, financial independence. And the ability to create our own opportunities.
Exactly.
Rather than relying on a single employer.
He believes that the most secure path is to become the master of our own financial destiny.
Right.
Developing the skills, knowledge, and resources to create a life of abundance and freedom.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
It seems like he's challenging us to kind of redefine security.
He is.
And embrace this more entrepreneurial mindset.
Yes.
Even if we're not, starting our own businesses.
And one thing that really resonated with me
Yeah.
is his emphasis on the importance of taking action.
Okay.
And not letting analysis paralysis hold us back
Right.
from pursuing our financial goals.
He believes that too many people get stuck in the planning and research phase.
They do.
Never actually taking the steps to implement their ideas
Right.
and create real change.
He encourages individuals to develop a bias for action, even if it means making mistakes along the way.
Right.
He believes that learning from our experiences, both successes and failures, is an essential part of the growth process.
So it's about moving beyond the fear of failure and embracing a mindset of experimentation.
Exactly.
And continuous learning.
He encourages us to view setbacks as opportunities for growth.
Okay.
And to never stop learning and evolving.
It's like that famous quote, right? The only way to do great work is to love what you do.
That's a great way to put it. Kiyosaki emphasizes that finding work that we're passionate about is essential for long-term success and fulfillment.
Okay.
He believes that when we're engaged in work that aligns with our values and interests, we're more likely to persist through challenges and achieve our goals.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where our passions, skills, and financial goals all intersect.
Exactly. He encourages us to pursue work that we find both meaningful and financially rewarding.
Okay.
Creating a life that's both abundant and fulfilling.
I think one of the most valuable lessons in Kiyosaki's work is his perspective.
Yeah.
On the power of compounding.
Yes.
Not just in terms of money, but also in terms of knowledge and skills.
He emphasizes that consistent effort, even in small increments, can lead to exponential growth over time.
Yeah.
He believes that small daily actions compounded over years can create extraordinary results.
It's like that famous quote, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world.
That's a perfect illustration of Kiyosaki's point.
He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it.
He emphasizes that the power of compounding applies not just to financial investments, but also to personal growth and skill development.
So it's about embracing the power of consistency and making those small daily investments in ourselves and our financial future.
He believes that the cumulative effect of small, consistent actions can lead to significant breakthroughs over time.
That's a powerful message.
Yeah.
It seems like he's encouraging us to be patient, persistent.
He is.
And embrace the long game when it comes to building wealth and achieving our financial goals.
And one thing that really resonated with me is his emphasis on the importance of being adaptable and embracing change.
Right.
In this ever-evolving financial landscape.
He seems to believe that those who cling to outdated financial rules and mindsets will struggle in the long run.
He encourages us to be open to new ideas. Embrace innovation and continuously update our financial knowledge and skills.
It's like he's saying, the world is changing rapidly, and those who don't adapt will be left behind.
Exactly. He reminds us that the financial rules of the industrial age no longer apply in the information age.
Yeah, we need new strategies.
We need to develop new financial strategies and mindsets to thrive in this rapidly evolving world.
And it's fascinating how he highlights the increasing importance of technology and globalization.
He does.
In the financial landscape.
He sees these trends as creating both opportunities and challenges, urging individuals to embrace the possibilities while also being aware of the risks.
Okay.
He even suggests that traditional financial institutions are becoming less relevant.
In the digital age.
So it's like he's saying that the financial world is being democratized.
That's a key takeaway from his work.
With individuals having more control over their finances than ever before.
He encourages individuals to become financially savvy and explore alternative financial solutions that align with their needs and goals.
Wow. There's so much to consider here.
Yeah.
It seems like Kiyosaki's work offers a comprehensive framework for understanding the modern financial landscape.
He does.
And creating a path to financial freedom.
He's a true advocate for financial literacy and empowerment. Challenging us to think critically about the role of money in our lives. And take control of our financial destiny.
It's a message of hope and a possibility, reminding us that we all have the potential to create a better financial future for ourselves and for generations to come.
Kiyosaki would likely encourage you to start today. Take that first step, no matter how small, and begin building the financial future you desire. That's inspiring advice. Kiyosaki's work is a powerful reminder that we all have the potential to achieve financial freedom and create a life we love. Thank you for sharing your insights on his work today.
It's been my pleasure.
For more deep dives into fascinating topics and thought-provoking ideas, go to our channel. Pages and Perspectives, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and press the bell icon to get the latest updates. Thank you for joining us.